Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I just wanted to come and run my mouth and talk about some people. Now, listen, you know what's so crazy? True story. I think like 2 days ago, I was in my bed minding my business. Girl, I think I was lurking, girl, on somebody's Instagram page, girl, trying not to double tap. You know how we do. And I was like, girl, I wonder what's going on with Kevin Hunter and his situation, because remember the last time we talked about Kevin, girl, he was having a hard time paying them bills. Girl, and girl, things wasn't looking so good for him financially, right? And I was like, I wonder what's going on. I wonder if there's been an update. And so I got on Google and I put his name in, and it was really old articles. I was like, okay, well, girl, I guess they haven't reported anything. And then today I said, well, look at God. When I tell you God works in mysterious ways. I don't know what Sharika, is that her name? Is that the woman name? Sharika? Nikki? The one that was girl opening her legs to married men? And that married man was climbing in between them? We're not going to take it and put it all on Sharika. Okay? Because Kevin was the one who I was out here in these streets. For those who don't know, I have a real soft spot for Wendy Williams. That's really like my shero when it comes to this whole hot topics, gossip, celebrity gossip, entertainment, business that we're in. She's the person who I've looked up to for the longest. So just an FYI, I am Team Wendy 1000%. Girl, Sharika, and usually I try to give the side chicks, believe it or not, a little pass because you really don't know what these men be telling these women, right? But in this case, girl, Sharika, she can get it. And Kevin, he sure can get it. So in this case, girl, all right. All right, so let's get into it. So, this is according to the U.S. Sun. Wendy Williams, divorce judge, has shut down her ex Kevin Hunter's demand for the host to continue making alimony payments. According to court documents exclusively obtained by the U.S. Sun, the judge claimed Wendy's financial guardian will not have to resume cutting his alimony checks. The judge found that Kevin's request was not emergent and ordered his application to be dismissed without prejudice. The judge also denied Kevin's request for attorney fees to be paid by Wendy. Girl, what I tell you. Kevin's fight for Wendy's payment is not completely over, however. The judge said while they don't consider his demand for alimony payments an emergency. Girl, what I tell you, girl? They said, girl, okay, listen. He can still take his case to mediation. The parties are to participate in binding arbitration, the judge said. The issues surrounding the severance payments in the qualified domestic relations order, are disputed and therefore need to be mediated. The U.S. Sun previously revealed Wendy's ex-husband initially told a New Jersey court that his monthly payments promised in their divorce suddenly stopped in February 2022. Kevin asked that the court order Wendy's guardian to make payments as contractually required under the MSA and severance agreement. The U.S. Sun first exclusively reported Wendy was placed in a financial guardianship early this year. Girl, I'm not reading all that because we already know that. Here he go. In his filing, Kevin told the court that his livelihood depends on the payments. Girl, not your livelihood depending on a woman taking care of you. Sharika, how do your coochie get wet sleeping with a man who can't even take care of the bills? And then y'all be the first ones talking about, girl, my man is a household, my man is a head of household, my man is the leader, my man is the provider. No, 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 Sharika. Wendy Williams is the head of household. Wendy Williams is the provider. Wendy Williams is the leader. Girl, you over there sleeping with a man who can't even pay the mortgage, girl. The lights is flickering on and off, girl. You ain't got no car insurance, girl. When I tell y'all over there driving, girl, G wagons and Mercedes, probably, girl, $100,000 cars, girl. Even if it was a Toyota Corolla, girl, 1996, girl, you still gotta have a little bit of insurance. He can't even afford to pay his car insurance, and you over there laying up with that man, girl. You thought you hit the jackpot, didn't you? You ought to be embarrassed. Girl, you, and I'm not bringing up nobody's babies, but you, that baby, and Kevin about to be standing on the corner, girl, shaking a cup. Girl, this is what he said. I have fallen behind on most of my bills. I currently live in a community that requires payments to the homeowners association, and I'm behind on that bill. This is not funny. It's funny. I don't care what nobody say. And yes, you might say I'm being mean, and yes, you might say I'm being spiteful, girl. And no, this ain't none of my business. And no, I don't know Wendy, and no, I don't know Kevin, and no, I don't know Sharika, but I don't care. So save it, cause I don't want to hear it. Okay. Um, he also says, here we go. Here we go. Okay. If the homeowners association fees are not paid, foreclosure will soon follow. Well, girl, you better start packing. Girl, I hope you got some boxes and some newspaper to wrap up them dishes, cause girl, you about to be on the street. Um, Kevin said in pleading to the court about the home he shares, girl, they called this woman his baby mama. I live. If any other time, I'd be like, girl, stop calling that girl. Because even like with Ariane, it's kind of like, girl, Ariane, girl, with Martell Holt, girl, that was his girlfriend. So why we still calling that girl the mistress or side chick? Because that was his girlfriend. But girl, in this case, like I told you, I don't care. The home he shares with his baby mama and their love child. They team Wendy too. I know that's right. They also stated that Kevin said my car insurance hasn't been paid as a result of not receiving monthly severance payments. So girl, you just driving around town no insurance. Can't just get them. Girl, I want to know. This is what I want to know. In all seriousness, Kevin, what have you been doing with your money? Spending it on that heifer, huh? Cause Wendy made a cute coin. And everybody knows that, girl, you were over that entire ship. And it's hard for me to believe that somebody as trifling and low down as you are, that when it came to Wendy and her business and the money, that you were fair with the money. And I don't know, this is what I'm telling myself in my head. Kevin, you took whatever percentage you were getting from Wendy, of course, because you were the manager. What were you doing with your money? I guess buying that hell for Chanel bags? Now you over there, girl, driving around town, New Jersey, no insurance, girl. Ain't got nowhere to live, girl. No pot to piss in, no window to throw it out of. Just a mess. A mess. You can't even help your son. Your son was thrown out on the streets. We have to have some kitchen table talk. I don't want to be the messy one on YouTube, but girl, somebody got to do it. Girl, Kevin Hunter, you ought to be embarrassed. I am not trying to take nothing away from that man because I think that he played a very important part in the Wendy Williams brand. He did. And you can't take that away from Kevin. But Kevin, you ought to be ashamed. You can't take care of yourself. You can't take care of this child that you done had with this lady. You can't even take care of the lady that you done moved in over there to that house. You can't even help your son. Your son that got thrown out on the concrete. So at this point, it's like, girl, what is you good for? What have you been doing with your money? I mean, I guess spending it on that girl. Because it's hard for me to believe, as wealthy as Wendy Williams is, and as long as you've been with Wendy Williams, that you just piss poor broke. And the only way that you can pay your bills, girl, is to depend on another woman. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. But see, this ain't nothing but God. I hope my auntie Wendy, I hope my auntie is doing okay, and I hope that this brought joy to her heart when she found this out. I hope my auntie, I don't want her drinking because they said that was a problem with the shit the last time. But I hope that my auntie is over there, wherever she at in New York, at least with a little smile on her face. My life has been greatly affected since the plaintiff stopped making payments under our settlement agreement. On top, girl, they have pressing financial matters Kevin claimed that he was facing. He also alleged that he doesn't have health insurance. Kevin was This is the gag. This is the gag of the century. When you really think about it, Kevin Hunter, Kelvin, because I keep calling him Kevin. Kelvin Hunter, you really had it made. You really had it made. You were in control of the entire Wendy Williams empire. He was. And you messed that all up over a little bit of coochie. I want to know, he probably not going to be honest, but I really want to know, was Sharina worth it? You are a grown-ass man, 50 years old, walking around here, no health insurance, no car insurance. You can't even really take care of your family. In court, begging for money from your ex-wife. You can't help your son. You couldn't help your son. He got evicted from his apartment. I want to know, was it worth it, and how does he feel? I want to know what Sharina is doing. At one point, I think I was on her Instagram page I think like a year or two ago. I can't remember, girl. And I remember she was like a vegan. Ain't she like vegan or something? I remember, and one of y'all remember too. She was cooking some vegan pancakes or something. Girl, what we said? We hope them vegan pancakes. Girl, you better start selling fish plates. Sharika, whatever your name is, girl, you better start selling plates. Because this is the time, honey. Push done came to shove. Girl, the father of two claims he needs hip surgery. Girl, Kevin, when I tell you, girl, when I tell you God don't like ugly, he is not too fond of pretty. Girl, your life has completely went downhill. You over there with a bad hip, can't walk. Girl, leg, baby, girl, hip just bad. Thighs hurting, knees bad, ankles hurt. Girl, so you need hip surgery. You ain't got no car insurance. Girl, your lights is off and on. You're writing hot checks to probably keep the lights on. Girl, you about to be thrown out on the street. You can't help your son. Kevin has also argued he has never given any reason by Wendy's guardian as to why the payments had ceased in the first place. Now, I remember when we talked about this the first time, well, one of the times. Remember we mentioned, I was telling y'all in the article that I read that it was something that Wendy's lawyer, thank God for a good lawyer. I think Wendy's lawyer put something like in the divorce settlement that if Wendy stopped like working or stopped receiving payments from the show, that he wouldn't get paid. It was something like that. It was smart how they wrote it up. And so since Wendy, doesn't do the show anymore, the show is canceled, then you don't get paid. Remember that? Girl. See, that's why you can't trust these lawyers. But girl, in this case, girl, it worked out for Wendy's girl. I mean, Wendy, thank God for him or her, whoever it was. Anyways, child. Girl, I'll put the rest in the, let me see. Is there anything else I need to mention? Oh, in a pushback to Kevin's demand for payment, the former TV host attorney filed that the star has had no income. She hasn't had any income since she lost her job. from the Wendy Williams show since October of 2021, just 1 month into her long absence. On October 15th of 2021, plaintiff was informed that her contract was being suspended and that no compensation shall accrue or be payable to the plaintiff for the duration of the plaintiff's disability. Wendy's attorney wrote. So yeah, there we go. Yeah. Wendy was reportedly making $10 million a year, or $55,000 an episode for the Wendy Williams show. Ooh, girl. Ooh. You know, Wendy used to be on damn near the whole year. Wendy only took a break, girl, when she had to, girl. And I think that she would go off June, July, August, and then come back. I think like she will leave like I think the end of July, beginning of August, and then come back like at the beginning of September. So, girl, Wendy was working. Okay. Anyways, I just want to come and let y'all give y'all a little update on what's going on with Auntie Wendy and Kelvin and Sharina. Girl, I don't make the news. I just reported. Kevin, if you ever run across this video, if you see me in public, don't say nothing to me, cause I am not one of those people that is afraid that are afraid to call the cops. I will call the cops, holler and scream, and girl, and whatever they do when they get there is whatever they do when they get there. Matter of fact, I'm not gonna call. I'm gonna have one of my white sisters call, and then whatever they do when they get there is what they do when they get there. So don't ever say nothing to me if y'all ever see me in public, cause I don't do those games. Okay, because you didn't have no problem, when Auntie Wendy was down there to the purple chair and up in that studio, girl, warning people out. Now, you shouldn't have no problem when the other girls and boys get online doing the same thing that you done made money off of. Okay, so all right, all right, all right, all right, y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.